Bloomington. At the Bloomington Ice Garden. Rink 1. CC against Bloomington. I'm not sure which outfit they've got out there tonight, but district matchup should be a good one. We'll try to keep you entertained and informed as we go here. We do have the dreaded black jerseys, which are difficult to see the numbers. Definitely on TV, I know that's the case, but even in person, it's hard. So, as always, we'll do our best to call out the names and numbers and let you know who's out there. Boys are coming off a nice 4-1 win yesterday. Unfortunately, I had a conflict and couldn't call the game, but was able to see it, and they played very well. And hopefully they can follow that up here today with another solid performance. Looks like Connor Schupeltz is going to be in the net for the CC today. Ziegler. Kubek. Lano. Bogusky. There's Bogusky's got it now. Lefty out to Lano, near the blue line. Kept in by Bloomington, poked back out by Bogusky. Lano has it. Speed across the blue line. Nice move over to the side. Comes in on net. Ooh, wow. Good chance for CC there. Nice play by the Bloomington goalie. 2 shots in on net early for CC. Bogusky challenges. Bloomington dumps and changes. Lipstad behind the net. Lipstad gathers it. Lipstad. Bottom of the circle. Up the boards to Ziegler. Sorry, that was Kubek. Lano, Kubek, and Ziegler still out there. Nice play by Bogusky. Lipstad behind the net with some time. Chips it ahead to Kubek. Kubek up to Ziegler. Ziegler off his stick. Bloomington steals. Lipstad. Bloomington dumps it in deep. They're going to call that an icing. We're going to get a face-off out here in the Bloomington end. A couple minutes gone by here. Score 0-0. Johnson, Harlow. Johnson on the dot. Can't see who the right wing is just yet. We're working with a mouth guard issue here. I think that's Henniger. Pearson and Rucker on the points. Henniger's going to fix some equipment. We're going to get green tape Hines out. Love it. Harlow chases. Now Hines after it. Bloomington up the boards. Bloomington carries it out of the zone. Tries the centering pass. Goes off the stick. They're going to wave off icing there. Rucker now in the corner. Rucker has it. Rucker spins and turns against the boards. Johnson comes out with it. Johnson kicks it ahead to himself. Johnson passes up to... sorry, I can't see the number. Might be from Harlow now. He partially blocks it. Stolen by Johnson. Now Harlow has it. Harlow back in deep. Johnson going for a change. Henniger's out there. Henniger battles in the corner. Flipped out by Bloomington. Unable to be saved. Pearson backhands it. Just out of the reach of Hermatka. Bloomington dumps it in. Pearson chases. Got lots of time. He takes it around the net. Has Hermatka to his left. Off Hermatka's stick. Pearson sends it around. Now taken again back behind the CC goal. Up the boards to Hermatka. Shipped ahead. Hermatka gets it out of the zone. Austin Waite out there. Nice play there by Hermatka. Gets it in the Bloomington end. Bloomington now gathers near the circles. Waite has it stolen. Klein chases. Bloomington around Rudd. Kicked aside by Schupeltz. Regathered by Bloomington behind the net. Tries for a wraparound. Couple shots in on Schupeltz. That's going to be an icing. kind of a needed icing here to get a line change. Couple good chances there by Bloomington. Good stops by Schupelt. Klein and Rudd out on the defense. Ziegler, Lano, and Kubek. Kubek on the dot. Kubek. He chips it out of his zone. Near mid-ice. Lano's chasing. Bloomington up the boards. I don't know how. Klein now. Klein to Ziegler. Ziegler has it. Ziegler up ahead, out of the zone. Bloomington regathers. They clear the zone. Bloomington brings it in across the blue line. Chipped that by Kubek. Ziegler now along the near boards. Blocked by Lano. Now taken by Kubek. Kubek tries to go wide. Gets a little check from the Bloomington fella. Centered. Stolen by Bloomington. Bloomington takes it out of his zone. Sends it ahead into the referee who takes a tumble. Kubek. Kubek goes wide. Tries to cut it inside. One too many moves. Let's see who that is. It's Kubek now. Kubek tries to dump it. Harlow has it now on a forehand behind the net. Harlow. Sent ahead by Bloomington. Back in by Slagowski. Ribstead challenges. Henniger now gathers. Henniger loses the handle. Sent up the boards towards Harlow, just out of his reach. Bloomington, D in their own end. See if we can make them pay here. Stolen. Nicely. That's Johnson. Johnson wheels. Johnson backhand. Turns. Towards the net. Out front center. Just missed. Harlow's now in the corner. Bloomington sends it down. Schupelt. Webstad. Webstad loses the handle. Up the boards. Bloomington hops over their stick. TC chases. Got Hermaka, Johnson. Comes back to Rucker. Rucker. Over to Hines. Hines. Up to Johnson. Johnson has it on his backhand. He smartly dumps it in. He'll get a change. Hermaka chases. Sends it out front. Ooh, just out of the reach. Kick forward. Hines. Hines sends it in. Waits after it. Wait and Hermaka. Hines. Hermaka. He's on a mission today. Another nice play. Batted away. Hermaka playing with some fire. Battle along the near boards here. Hermaka, Waite comes out with it. Stolen by Bloomington, but comes to Hines. Hines back to Pearson. Pearson fires it across to Rucker. Skips over his stick, but he gathers. Now into Waite. Waite tries to send it towards the net. Nicely kept in by Ziegler. Ziegler fires towards the net, tipped aside. Lano now after it. Battle forward along the boards. Pearson tries to keep it in. Bloomington. I get it. That's my son. That was a weak call. Very weak. So CC will go a man down here. 5-on-4, Bloomington. Face off to the right of Schupelt. We're waiting on the clock here. Got some Beach Boys rocking here. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but not typical hockey rink music, but take what they give you. Schupelt steers it aside, comes to Klein. Klein sends it up the boards towards Lano, out of his reach. Rudd pushes his way. Klein's going to chase again. Klein on his backhand. Sends it up. Tip forward. We got Quebec. Goes between the legs, but ultimately rubbed out near the high slot. Bloomington now, cross mid-ice, poked away by Rudd. Quebec regains. Quebec looking for somebody. They're on the kill. He tries to wrap it around. Nice play. Back out to Rudd. Rudd kicks it to himself. Sent in deep. Doing a nice job on the penalty kill here, CC is. Lano, Quebec now. Quebec goes for his line change. Johnson comes out. Lano, nice job. Rudd now. Gathers. Sends it forward towards Johnson. Johnson has it. Johnson. Chased from behind by Bloomington. Boguski's going to grab it in his own end here. Boguski, D to D, over towards CC across mid-ice. Now gathered by Bloomington. Bloomington. That's Henniger, I believe. Wibstad, Boguski. Pearson's out of the box. Sent in nicely by CC. Now we're full strength, full strength. Everybody 5-on-5. Boguski's after it. No icing. Boguski in his own end. We got a little over 4 minutes to go here in the first. Score still 0-0. Up the board towards Harlow, out of his reach. Harlow. Bloomington sends it in their own end. Harlow after it. Ooh. Collision there with Henniger. Uh-oh. Bloomington on a breakaway. Here comes Connor out. And he slips it past him. Just under 4 minutes, 1-0 Bloomington. Kind of an unlucky bounce here near the blue line on Bloomington's side, and came out to a waiting Bloomington forward. Had some speed, and they get the first tally on the board. So 1-0. Waite takes the face off. It comes back towards Rucker. Rucker's going to take it on his forehand towards the near board. Up the boards to Hermaka. Hermaka cross ice towards Hines. Bounces off his stick. Bloomington gathers behind their own end now. Up the board, Hermaka intercepts. Centering pass towards Hines, intercepted. Comes back towards Pearson. Pearson takes it. Sends it in deep around the back of the net. Hermaka spins on his backhand. Now forehand. Back to Rucker. Rucker has it. Rucker rips one in. Off the pad. Oh, yeah. Nice rebound goal by Hines. Hines slams the door there. A great rebound goal. Good low shot in by Rucker from the left point. Kicked out to the left circle. Hines standing there just waiting to bang it home. 1-1. Nice response from CC on that. So now Ziegler, Quebec, presume Lano over there. Yeah. And we got Rucker and Pearson on the points. Comes back to Rucker, just off his stick. He sends it back up towards Ziegler. Ziegler. Battle for it here at near the blue line. Ziegler has it. Ziegler, Quebec, and Lano come in the zone. On his forehand, Ziegler stumbles a little back towards Lano, just out of his reach. Knocked away by Bloomington. Bloomington brings it out towards mid-ice. Ziegler, Quebec, Pearson. Nice job there by Lano. Stolen. Brings it in. Backhand. Taken down. No call. Towards the net. Jammed at. Ends up in the far corner. Good pressure here by CC. Good back check there. Lano. Ziegler's after it. Lano chips it forward. Ziegler chases. D to D for Bloomington. Quebec. Pokes it. Pearson sends it forward towards mid-ice. Here comes Quebec. Back to Rucker. He sends it up the boards. Quebec's chasing. Bloomington behind their own net. Quebec. Rudd keeps it in. Quebec has it taken. Regathers. Tries to go towards the net. Gets bodied up. Harlow after it. Harlow gets lifted. Under 2 to go here. In the first period, we're tied 1-1. Sent forward towards Rudd. It's in his skates. Comes back to his stick. He fires it in, just wide left. Partial change for CC. Johnson has it. Johnson takes it towards the net, kicks it forward, fires it in the chest of the Bloomington goalie, kicks it out. Henniger after it. Back to Klein. Klein fires it in, wide left. Going to come back towards Rudd. Rudd sends it in deep. Harlow's after it. Harlow battles in the corner. Henniger battles for it near the near boards here. Sends it down into the corner where Johnson grabs it. Johnson wheels. Out to Harlow. He gets hassled. Bloomington finally gets it out of the zone. Klein grabs it. Back up to Johnson. Johnson challenges at the blue line. Harlow. Klein. Now Henniger. Henniger after it. Bloomington. He's hassled. Klein now into the far corner. Bloomington shoots it into the stick of Klein. Bounces back out towards the circles. Now hits Johnson. Johnson's after it. Bloomington sends it in deep. We're under 30 seconds to go here. Rudd's after it. Johnson has it. Johnson. He skates it up the dasher. Now kicks it towards Bloomington blue line. Towards the blue line. Poked away by Rudd. 10 seconds to go. Sent out front. Now behind the net. Sent firmly around the boards towards the point. That's the end of the first, folks. We got a good one here. 1-1. Bloomington Ice Garden. CC Bloomington. We'll be back shortly. All right, folks, we're back to the second period. Waite, Hines, Kermatka out there. Forwards. Draguski and Whipstad out there on the points. Brought in by Hermatka. Battle for it along the far boards near the blue line. Comes out of the zone. It's in the skates of everybody. Sent forward by Bloomington. Draguski's going to get after it. Draguski, forehand. Sends it up, tipped aside by Bloomington. Hines tries to gather. Draguski back towards the boards. Hines now chips it out of the zone. Waite. Draguski. Swiped aside. Ooh, we got a tumble here. Nice job by Shoot Boats. Covered up out in front. Dangerous pass out in the slot. We'll get a face-off over to the left of Connor. Delano, Ziegler, two-back lines out there with Pearson and Rucker on the points. Two-back on the dot. Sent forward and then fired up into the net by Bloomington. Dangerous play there off the face-off, but ends up harmlessly in the net. We're going to get a new puck. That one stuck up in the net. Less than a minute gone by here in the second. We're 1-1. Good tight game here. Pearson in the corner. Rucker now chases behind the net. Hermatka after it. Rucker regathers. Sorry, no, it's Pearson. Just out of the reach there of Kubek. Sent forward towards Ziegler, out of his reach. Bloomington has it at mid-ice. Sends forward towards Rucker. Bloomington sends it in deep. Pearson's after it. He takes it on his backhand. Sends it forward. Nice break off there. Sent forward towards Lano. Chipped out of the zone by Bloomington. Here comes Bloomington into the zone. Sent forward. Pearson has it. He spins backwards, looking for somewhere to go. Sent forward towards Hermatka. No, Lano. My fault. Pearson throws his shoulder. Bloomington goes around him. Pearson after him. Bloomington still has it. Outside the zone. Lucky little bounce for CC. Knocked out in the air by Kubek. Kubek towards Ziegler. Ziegler after it. Kubek pokes at it. Misses. Lano now. Towards Rucker. Comes back to Kubek. Kubek sends it in deep. We need to get a line change. There they go. Good. Harlow. After it. Bloomington up the boards. Bloomington forward towards Johnson intercepts. Johnson has it. Sends it over to Rudd. Rudd. Nice move past the Bloomington guy. Johnson regathers. Johnson across the blue line. Johnson spins back. Looking for somewhere to go. Sent down towards Henniger. Henniger has it. Behind the net. Forward. Centering pass into skates. Still loose. Now covered up by Bloomington. Nice little play there. Got the puck out front. It was loose. Bloomington finally got it covered up. 10:13 to go here in the second, 1-1. Shots on goal now favor CC 5-4. Face-off won by CC, out to Klein. Klein fires one in, up into the glove of Bloomington. Klein and Rudd on the points. Johnson, Henniger, and Harlow up front. Johnson will take the face-off. Sent forward, Klein. He centers it. Johnson tries to grab it. Klein after it. Johnson has it. Sent forward towards Harlow. Johnson regathers. Harlow clears the zone. Here comes Bloomington. Bloomington round the bend. Bloomington towards the net. Nothing doing, just goes wide. We're going to get a penalty here. Delayed call on CC. Sent forward. Looks like they're going to maybe get Klein, probably for a hold or a hook or something like that. Bloomington had some speed going around the end there. It was a dangerous move towards the net, so Klein took him out. Got some Friends theme music going. Odd mix of music. So, I'm not sure who's in control down there. Face off, left of Connor, round the bend. Over towards Hermatka. Hermatka up the boards. Nice pass. Waite has it. Stolen by Bloomington. Bloomington with speed across the blue red line. Waite looking for somewhere to go. Tries to send it up the boards and does. That are going to call icing. Nice try there. Try to get a tip and a deep dump, but ultimately misses the Bloomington player's stick, and we'll get an icing call. Klein in the box, a little over a minute to go on his penalty. So 5-on-4 Bloomington. I think that's Waite on the dot with Johnson to his right. Or no, Boguski. Boguski sends it back around to the far corner. Hermatka up to Waite. Waite has it. Waite, yep, around him. Across the blue line, fires it in. It's a little high. Punched aside by the Bloomington goaltender. Bloomington regathers behind their own goal line. Chased by Waite. Waite comes back out to Boguski. Boguski's going to smartly get across the line and send it in. Nice play when you're on the penalty kill here. About 30 seconds to go on the Klein penalty. Hermatka sends it in. Hermatka will go for a change. Ziegler after it. Hines out there. Hines back checking hard. Boguski and Hines. Bloomington comes out with it. Bloomington sends it to the D. Intercepted. Boguski comes back towards Hines. Poke past him. Boguski fired in. Covered by Connor. So the penalty is clear. We're back to full strength. Score remains 1-1. Just over 8 minutes to go in the second. We're going to get a line change. Delano, Kubek, Ziegler line with Rucker and Pearson on the points. Caught up in the referee's skates. Now Pearson has it behind his own net. Backhands it up the board towards Ziegler, out of his reach. Delano and Kubek combined. Nice stop by Connor, fired in from Bloomington's winger. Face off to the left of Connor. Back to Rucker. Rucker, challenged by Bloomington in the corner. He's pinned against the boards, tries to spin out of it, sends it up the boards towards Ziegler, out of his reach. Chipped by Bloomington, harmlessly behind the net. Nicely kicked ahead. Clearing pass. Blocked. Now Pearson has it, behind his own net. Backhand. Tries to get out of his own, and Bloomington helps them. That's an offside. Just outside the CCHA zone, Johnson wins the face-off back to Rucker. Rucker tries to send it up the board, blocked by Bloomington. Bloomington regathers by the blue line. Klein chases, swats at it. Sent in on Connor. Picked aside. Tough rebound there. Sent back in by Bloomington. Klein now after it, behind the net. Tries to send it forward. He takes a tumble. Sent forward by Rudd. Harlow tries. Here comes Johnson. Johnson. Now Klein. Klein back up the boards. Johnson skates past. Johnson has it now. Here comes Johnson. Johnson. Forward over to Henniger. Henniger on his forehand. Dumps it in. Henniger still after it. Bloomington comes away with it. Back up the boards. Backhanded towards the center ice. Poked ahead. It's lying on the... That's going to be an ice. So CC will get a wholesale line change. Same with Bloomington. Face off to the right of the Bloomington goaltender. So we've got the Hines, Waite, or Matka line with Boguski and Ripstad out on the point. Waite takes the face off. Waite. In a little scramble for it. Backhands it towards. Yes! Perfect. Nice face off there. Good play by Waite to get it to the net. Gets a little chop on it. And then I think it was Hines maybe banged it in. I'm not exactly sure. But a great play off the face off. So CC's going to take a 2-1 lead here. 6:18 to go in the second. Waite back on the face-off dot with Hines and Hermatka. Waite wins another face-off, but chipped ahead by Bloomington. Boguski's chasing it. Lifts the Bloomington stick. Hines tries to give some help. Over towards Hermatka and Ripstad. Now Hermatka has it. Hermatka loses the handle, but regathers. Hermatka, forehand, over to Waite. Waite, he loses the handle. Sends it over towards Hines. Hines challenge. Bloomington sends it behind their own net. Waits after it. Hermatka now has it on the backhand. He's hassled. Hermatka tries to go around Bloomington. Sends it out front, just out of the reach of Waite. Back over towards Ripstad. Ripstad back to Boguski. Boguski sends it in. Hits the Bloomington player. Drops down. They regather. Stolen by... Sorry. Now back up the near boards. Regathered by Hermatka. Hermatka tries to keep it in. Just out of his reach. He spins. Mid-ice. Now blue line. Brings it in. Lano. Sorry, I thought that was Hermatka. They have similar sticks. Offsides. We'll get everything reset here. Lano, Kubek, Ziegler, Pearson, and Rucker. Just under 5 minutes to go. 2-1. Good guys. Kubek, face off. Tied up. Referee stepping on it. Lano. Now Kubek towards Pearson in his skates. He bats at it. Sends it forward. Out to mid-ice where Bloomington regathers. Kubek. Nicely blocked there at the line. Sent back in. That's offside. Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday. Got a good one here at the Bloomington Ice Garden, Rink 1. Back to Pearson. Pearson has it on the point. Feed to beat over to Rucker. Sent forwards. Out of the zone. Rucker has it again. Now Ziegler. Ziegler battles for it. Ziegler tries to send it towards Kubek. Ziegler has it again. Now on his backhand near mid-ice. Swatted at by CC. Bloomington brings it in the zone. Rucker challenges. It's in Pearson's skates. Goes through his legs. Pearson chases in the corner. Sent back around towards Ziegler. Ziegler's got a little time. Nice move past the Bloomington guy. Up towards Lano. Lano stolen by Bloomington. Pearson now on the near boards. Looking for somewhere to go. Over towards Rucker. Rucker. Up the boards. Ziegler out of his reach. Sent back towards the CC zone. Rucker. Now Pearson behind the net. Oh, boy. Turnover there by Pearson. Now Bloomington back towards the near corner. Sends it up the boards towards Ziegler. Ziegler smartly chips it out of the zone. Nice save by the Bloomington defenseman. He walks in deep. In on Shootpelts. Great save. Kicked away. Another nice save by Ziegler. Shootpelts, sorry. In towards the net. We're going to get, a much needed whistle for CC. Couple nice saves there by Connor. A little bit of sloppy play in the CC zone, but they escaped with no damage. We got a good crowd here on a Sunday. Just over 3 minutes to go in the second. 2-1 CC. Johnson on the dot. It's like Klein, Harlow. See who else is out there. Johnson takes it. Kicks it forward to himself. Johnson behind the net. Hassled by Bloomington. Comes out towards Harlow. Harlow has it. He's hassled. Comes to Henniger. Henniger. He has it poked away. Henniger sends it towards Harlow. Harlow brings it in on his forehand. Now stops. Spins. It's out towards Klein. He's got an opening. Fired in. Just into the Bloomington goaltender's glove. Snagged and stopped. No changes to the personnel, so it remains Johnson, Henniger, Harlow, Klein, and Rudd. Sent ahead towards Johnson. Johnson on his backhand, round the net. Tries a kind of a half wrap around. Centering shot. He's muscled away from Klein now after this cat. They let a couple little physical interactions go there. Here comes Waite. 1-on-2. He goes around Bloomington guy, fires it into the Bloomington goaltender's glove. Good speed there by Austin Waite going around the Bloomington defenseman. Angle got a little short on him, but nice shot in on net. So now we got Hines, Waite, Hermatka, Boguski, and Wibstead. Waite takes the face-off, ends up in the corner. Waite's after it. Bloomington sends it forward. Could go the length of the ice. Has to be played by Connor. Boguski has it. Forehand. Sends it up the boards towards Hines. Hines out of his reach. Boguski. Sent in by Bloomington. Down past the goal line. Kicked ahead by Wibstead. Nice job there. Sent forward towards Hermatka. Over to Hines, just out of his reach. But he's going to chase and regather. Hines. Here comes Hermatka. He takes a tumble. Whipstad, nicely kept in by him. Hermaka gathering himself back up. Back to Whipstad. Fired in down deep. Past the goal line. Hermaka deals. Hermaka out to Wait. Wait near the circle. Hermaka tries to get it to Boguski. Boguski sends it back around. Hines is going to chase after it. Hines. Hermaka and Hines battle in the near corner. Here comes Hines. Finds Wait just out of his skates. Whipstad. He takes a tumble. Here comes Bloomington. Down 1 goal. Boguski nicely played to the side. Now behind the net. Bloomington's after it. Hermaka and Whipstad. Boguski. Boguski has his stick in his lower legs. Boguski comes out with it, sends it up the boards. Nobody there. Bloomington sends it forward. Boguski has it stolen. Boguski lays his shoulder. Oh my gosh. Come on. Sorry for the homer call here, but that was garbage. So we've had a couple penalties on CC, none yet to my knowledge on Bloomington. Boguski's going to sit for a minute and a half. There's only 13 seconds to go here, but we're going to get a face-off to the right of Connor. Lano, Quebec takes the draw, sends it to the boards, comes back out. Quebec, 8 seconds to go, 2-on-1. Oh, out of his reach, just out of his reach. Regathers, 3 seconds. Tries to fire one in and does. Lands right at the Bloomington goalie's feet and pads. So, end of 2-1. Good guys. There'll be about 1:17 on the penalties for CC. We'll be back shortly. All right, folks, buckle up. Third period about to roll here. CC will start on the penalty kill. Rucker and Pearson on the points. Quebec and let's see. But Rucker has it here. It's battle. Quebec. Back to Rucker. Now into the CC zone. That's Lano over there. So Pearson has it on the forehand. Again, we've got about a minute left on the penalty kill. Sent up the boards towards Quebec. Quebec has it. Stolen. Sent back in by Bloomington. Here comes Pearson. Pearson sends it to the boards. Now in the corner. Lano with some time. Lano with some speed out of the zone. Nicely taken. Cross mid-ice. He goes wide. Lano fires it in. Safely into the chest of the Bloomington goaltender. Less than a minute gone by. We'll get a change. Shots are even 10-10. Score is not 2-1. Good guys. Johnson, Rudd, Henniger, and Klein. And Boguski's in the box for another 30 seconds. Johnson on the dot. Johnson chases behind the Bloomington goal. Challenge there by Klein. D to Rudd. Rudd takes it into the zone. He has it swatted at. Down to Johnson. Nice pass. Nice move. Johnson on his backhand fires one in. Pad saved by Bloomington. Klein keeps it in. Fires it into the Bloomington forward. Henniger chases, sent up the boards, kept in by Klein. Klein sends it in deep smartly. Penalty's over, we're full strength. 5-on-5, up the boards to Rudd. Rudd has it in his skates, tries to get it to Johnson. It's blocked by Bloomington. That is Henniger. Sent forward. That could be an icing. Yeah, it will. Okay. So they'll get the lines shifted back here. We'll get a face-off to the Bloomington goaltender's right. And we've got Rudd and Klein on the points. We've got the Waite, Hines, Kamaka line out there. Waite takes the face-off. Bloomington gathers along the boards. Over Rudd's stick. Rudd and Klein chase. It's going to be, that got up on its end and rolled all the way down. It was fortuitous for CC. So we'll redo the face-off to the right of the Bloomington goaltender. Waite and Hermaka and Hines up front. Rudd, Klein on the point. Again, Bloomington comes out with it. Rudd tries to keep it in and does. Hermaka has it on his backhand. Now past Rudd. Waite. Sent up the boards towards Hermaka. Hermaka has it. It's a 2-on-1 if they can utilize here. So Hines now. Hines with it. He backhands it towards Hermaka. Hermaka sends it to Waite. Waite with a shot from the high slot. Kicked away by the Bloomington goaltender. That's Waite and Hines after it. Now Hermaka. Waite. Now back towards Boguski. Boguski looking for somewhere to go. Finds Hermaka. Cross ice to Hines. Beautiful pass. Poked away by the Bloomington defenseman. Here comes Ziegler. He pokes it away. Nice defensive play there. Comes back towards Wibstad. Wibstad. Nice move into the zone. Wibstad. Ooh. Tries to center it. It's blocked. Comes down towards Boguski. Boguski. Fired in. Nice hard shot just off the post. Left post. Lano, Ziegler. Kubek. Comes back to Wibstad. Wibstad keeps it in. Ziegler. Down to Kubek. Tries to get it back out to the point. Doesn't have enough mustard on it. Does end up on Wibstad's stick. Bloomington ices it. Some nice pressure, some good passing, and good pressure there by CC. So some good things happening here in Bloomington. Still a tight game, though. 1 goal. We're going to redo that face-off to the right of Bloomington goaltender. Got the Johnson, Harlow, Henniger line out there with Rucker and Pearson on the point. Nice face-off by Johnson. Out to Rucker. Rucker tries to fire it in. It's blocked. Kept in and then taken out by Bloomington. Bloomington. Here's Henniger. Henniger has it. He spins back. Up towards Johnson, out of his reach. Bloomington regathers. Johnson's after it. Johnson swats at it. Bloomington. Now near mid-ice. Collision. Casualties. Harlow. Harlow in his skates. Henniger. Harlow. Just out of his reach. Rucker keeps it in. Henniger's after it. He throws his shoulder. They're going to call that. So we got a delayed call on Henniger. Johnson swats at it. It's a delayed call. Goaltender doesn't know to go in. Pearson swats at it. Oh, my goodness. Almost tipped it in on ourselves. Slightly chippy here. Henniger's going to sit. Probably a check or something like that. I don't know. That's the 3rd penalty on CC today. I don't think a Bloomington guy's been in the box. Rudd and Klein out there. So the defenseman and see the forwards out here. It's like Hermaka and Waite. So we're a man down. Bloomington sends it into the CC zone. Klein's after it. Chipped aside by Connor up to Waite to Hermaka just out of his reach. He regathers though with some good speed into the Bloomington zone. And a light pass to Waite over. Back to Rudd. Rudd walks in, top of the circle, fired, blocked by the Bloomington defenseman. Rudd still after it. Wait now. Wait's going after it. Up to the Bloomington forward. Klein's back there. Hamaka. That was close to being offsides. Klein has it. Klein looking for somewhere to go. Over to Wait. Wait sends it up towards Hamaka, just out of his reach again. Bloomington bangs it off his own to his own guy. Bloomington cross mid ice. Comes into the CC zone. Hines tries to get it. Knocked away by Klein. Hines motors after it. Hines to Klein. Klein tries to find Hamaka. He's going for a change. Klein now chases behind the net. Nicely blocked. It's out front though. Ooh, boy. Dangerous play there. Here comes Rudd. Rudd takes it out of his zone, finds Kubek. Kubek nicely around the Bloomington defenseman. He's at the top of the circles. Tries to cut it in. It's knocked away. Sent down by Bloomington. That'll be an icing. Just over 7 minutes to go. We're locked in a tight one here. One goal game. 2-1 CC. Shots are pretty close. 11-10 in favor of CC. Kubek on the dot. Kubek. Ziegler. Whipstad. Whipstad down to... Oh, nice centering pass. Oh, yes. Yeah. Really well done there by that line. That was Ziegler down there. I just couldn't see the jersey. Nicely played. Really well done there by that line. Good forecheck. Nice centering pass. They got a shot in on net, and the rebound was laying there. It was great. Really well done. So just under 7 minutes to go. CC goes up 2 goals. Now it's 3-1. They're going to keep the same line out. Ziegler, Kubek, and Lano. Here comes Lano. Lano gets his stick in the skates. Kubek. Sent forward by Boguski. Bloomington brings it in the CC zone. Muscled aside, now centered. Kicked away by Boguski. Boguski sends it around the far boards. Out towards the Bloomington point. Ooh, knocked away by Lano. Lano and Kubek here on a 2-on-1. Lano tries to cut inside, gets cut off by the Bloomington defenseman. Now Kubek's after it. Kubek. Ziegler comes out to the point. Ooh, just over the shoulder of Boguski. This is Whipstead here. Whipstead. Backhands it forward towards Kubek, out of his reach. Henniger. Kubek. Henniger. Battle for it here on the near boards, now over to the far boards. Boguski tries to chop it forward, does get it into the Bloomington zone. Harlow after it. Harlow. All the CC guys after it. Here comes Johnson. Johnson digging for it. Has it poked away. Bloomington regathers. Bloomington into the CC zone. Nicely knocked away by Rucker. Rucker forward towards Johnson. Johnson and Henniger. Johnson tries to muscle it in towards the Bloomington goal. He does. Goaltender plays it out to his defenseman. Now up to the wing. Harlow and Rucker. Bloomington on the dump and chase offense today. Pearson now in the far corner. Sends it back towards Johnson. Johnson has it in the near corner. Johnson looking for somewhere to go. Up the boards towards Harlow. Harlow sends it forward. Bloomington regathers in their own zone. Now at mid-ice. CC on a change. At least the forwards were. Here comes Bloomington. Fired high and right. Bloomington. Nice play there by Pearson. Up to Wait. Forward. Hines. Man, I love that green tape and green skates. I know who that is. Pearson. He has it. Going behind his own zone. Own net, sorry. Up to Hines. Hines. Finds Wait. Towards Hamaka. Hamaka chases in. Tries to cut inside. Knocked away by Bloomington. Sent forward. Pearson over to Rudd maybe. Waite has it near the blue line. Waite looking for some help. Finds Rudd. Rudd fires it in. Oh! Hines almost had another one there. Here comes Waite. Waite regathers. Fires it in. Knocked away by Bloomington. Hermatko's taken down. Rudd back down towards Hermatka. Hermatka battles for it. Bloomington sends it out. But kept in by, nice fire by Hines. Back in by Hermatka. A couple nice shots there by that Hines Hermatka line. Good saves by the Bloomington goaltender. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. 3-1. CC with 3:22 to go. Quebec, Ziegler, and Lano out there. Rudd and Klein on the points. Rudd fires it in. Swallowed up by the Bloomington goaltender. Just a couple ticks off the clock there now. We're 5-on-5. Quebec at the faceoff dot. Kind of a stalemate there in the skates. Now taken out by Quebec. Quebec fires it in near side. Knocked away by the Bloomington goaltender. Has it again, though. Finally going to get a Bloomington penalty. Little trip there. So that's fortuitous here towards the end of the game. We'll go up 5-on-4. We're going to change the defensemen, send Boguski and Wibstad out there. Lano, Ziegler, and Quebec on the front line. Number 6 for Bloomington's going to sit for a minute 30 unless we score. Quebec. Ziegler now. Ziegler has it. Finds Wibstad at the point. Wibstad over to Boguski. Boguski, big shot in. Kicked aside by the Bloomington goaltender. Wibstad. He kicks it in. Keeps it in. Ziegler. Ziegler pushes it forward. Towards Quebec. Ziegler. Here's Wibstad. Fired in. Stopped by... Okay. Out of the Bloomington zone. Boguski has it. We're under 2.5 to go. Under a minute to go on the penalty kill. Power play, sorry. Boguski, speed through the... Wow, walked it end to end. Fired into the Bloomington goaltender's pads. Quebec, he's after it. He steals it. Quebec walks out front. Fires it in. Shot saved. There! Rebound comes right back to him and he gets another one. Good persistence there. Quebec gets his own rebound. Fires it past the Bloomington goaltender's blocker side. That was great. Some nice, as Bob Euchre would say, Badger Mutual Insurance runs. So it's 4-1. Johnson takes the face off at mid-ice. Bloomington brings it into the CC zone on the backhand. Steered aside by Connor. Pearson after it. Not out of the zone. Now, nope, still not out. Bloomington sends it out front. Dangerous pass. Knocked aside. Pearson after it. He's got a little time. Sends it forward towards Henniger. Henniger kicks it forward to himself. Henniger, hassled by Bloomington. He's taken down. Here comes Pearson. Pearson knocks it away. I don't know what this was. Got a minute 19 to go. Henniger's going to take a seat. I think they called a trip, but I didn't see that. I saw some other physicality. CC's taking the edge in shots here, 19-11. They're down on the penalty kill here. Face off one to Klein. Klein sends it around the boards towards Hermatka. Hermatka fires it down. That's going to probably be an icing. Just over a minute to go. Comfortable 3-goal lead here. Boys have played really well today. Connor played really well, and Matt too had some key saves. Kept Bloomington to only 1 goal today. Really nice game for him. There is Rudd. Rudd now Klein after it. Far corner. Klein spins backwards, sends it over towards Rudd. Rudd in his own zone, sends it forward, out to mid-ice. Bloomington gathers, waits after it. Who's centered in? Dangerous pass there. Bloomington regathers. CC still on the penalty kill. They will be for the remainder of the game. Klein has it. Klein. Ooh. Ill-advised pass there. Tipped aside. Here comes Hermatka. Tries to send it forward. Now does. Towards Waite. Waite has it. Waite. Rudd and Waite combined to keep it into the zone. 15 seconds to go. It's going to be another win for the Peewee B2 Gold CC Stormhawks. Here's Rudd. 5 seconds. Brings it in on sides. Bloomington up the boards for Waite. All right, folks. Hope you had fun watching the game. Glad to be back calling it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, send them to somebody. They can send them to me. Nice win here for CC on a Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll catch you at the next game. Cheers.